All right. I think we are online. How you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Still working with everything. I got to get this thing going. There should be some good, shouldn't be any buffering or anything like that because I actually wired it to my router. Hey, what's up, Creative Gaming? Hey, Neo Grave, Kurt L. How you guys doing? I'm going to be doing a live edit of this, the 5 motorcycle camping myths debunked, and I'll also be doing a Q&A thing. So this is going to be done by tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So I have all day to do this. So I just kind of want to hang out. Hopefully I don't have any Dorito dust in my mouth. I just had lunch beforehand. I got my editing beer. Today's going to be Fat Tire. And I guess we'll go ahead and start. If you're seeing this on the rebroadcast, this is going to be tomorrow's video. And it's actually kind of a long video. I actually had to cut out quite a bit. It's 20 minutes, but I think there's a few parts in there where I mess up. Kurt, nice to have you here. First time in here for the live edit. Yeah, this is just kind of what I'm doing. I'm just hanging out. This is what I live edit. You can see your guys' chat. I have it up here on my left, and then you can see it kind of pop up also. Let's go ahead and get doing it. So I got my patrons. First, I got to start off with double checking, making sure. So at the time, if you're a patron, at the time of me editing is when I double check and make sure who's on the Patreon list. It's scheduled. The videos are usually scheduled out. So if a new patron comes in between what I'm editing and when it's published, sorry I missed you because obviously I can't just re-edit right away. And if you leave, I can't edit you out. So I'm going to double check. What's up, Sam Fisher? What's up, Timothy Cooper? Appreciate my vids. Thank you, man. The beard is magnificent. Yeah, it's coming in. It's coming. I used this Riot Beard product one of you guys sent me, and it made it so soft last night. It was awesome. So I'm double checking my Patreon list. Okay. It looks like the senior crew and the captain crew is actually doing really well. And if you want to know more about what this is all about, this is one of the rewards that you get if you are a senior veteran or captain. You get credits. And if you're a senior or captain, you get credits in the actual description. So I'm double checking before I start. And if you want to be a part of, if you want me, if you want to join, I can add you in during this live edit. Carlos, alright, David, cool. Dustin, Brian, Mariah, Omar, Fresh, Lieben Schlieben, Alex, John, Michael, Damien, Night Cruiser, see, Brian, it's just Brian. Whoops. John, see, okay, so that's all good. The tires, I actually have a link in the description, Miguel. It's Duro Median tires and Midas EOS 7s. I have the link in the description. If you kind of scroll down, hit show more and all that stuff, you'll see it.
Supporting DanDanTheFireman on Patreon for just $1 a month. More information in the link below.
What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here, and I want to talk to you about 5 motorcycle camping myths, and I'm going to try to debunk them. I'm going to give you my opinion on.
Miguel, it's a 19-inch front wheel and 16-inch rear wheel, so those are the only ones I can find that will fit the stock Sportster rims for me. So it worked out pretty well.
Why some of them are warranted, some of them are, you can get away with it. You can mitigate some of the issues that you might have when you're camping. And let's go ahead and just go over that. But before that, actually, let's go ahead and click that subscribe button, and there's a notification bell button right next to it. That way you're notified every single time I post a video and every time I do a live stream and Q&A and all that stuff. And let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. Let's go ahead and do some more of the camping stuff. All right. So good camping gear costs too much.
All right, so that's number 1. Let me get my notes out. That way I can just copy and paste these titles. Affordable slim fit riding jeans. The ones I have are pretty good. I don't know too many. The thing is, once you get below $100, and this is what kind of sucked, is once you get below $100, you start sacrificing armor and the Kevlar. So you kind of have to pay a little bit. I mean, it covers 50% of your body, so it's worth the extra cost. It's not, you don't want to spend like $300 on gloves because it's only protecting your hands, but $200 to $300 on pants protects your, you know, everything. I edit with my phone. What computer you use to edit? I have a Windows PC that I built 2016, so it's still doing pretty good. Cause I put some good specs in there. Number 1, good camping gear costs too much.
That's number 1. And so good camping gear costs too much. So good camping.
There we go. Okay, so that's good. We're gonna put the cross dissolve in. Let's do that. Hopefully this stream the stream is doing pretty well. I have it hooked up instead of Wi-Fi.
Gear costs too much. That's myth number 1. And
Emily, thank you for being here. I'm trying to help you guys out because it really helps me out because it reminds me to stay safe. And then on top of it, when I first started riding in 2011, end of 2011, there was not very many videos. There was nothing. I didn't know anything. So it's really good that you guys are actually looking for videos that will help you out. What's up, Boogeyman? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Connor? How you doing? It's really good to have videos out there, and I'm glad you're actually looking for stuff to stay safe because it's really huge. You don't really look for how to drive a car. You know, there's so many things you could do to learn how to drive a car, but there's nothing for like motorcycles and stuff like that.
And it can, just like a good motorcycle can cost too much. You can get a great motorcycle for cheap. You can get a great motorcycle for a lot of money. You can get great camping gear for cheap, and you can get a great camping gear for a lot of money. It all really depends on what you're looking for. A lot of the backpacking type stuff, it's super lightweight, really good gear, and it's expensive. It can be expensive. It can be really expensive. You can go to Walmart and get some sleeping bags. You can get tents and all that stuff, and it's a little bit bulkier because it's not
Nice to
meant
see
for backpacking,
25 of
really.
you in here.
And it's
I
cheaper.
appreciate it. If you want to hit that like button, it does help out the channel because of all the engagements, analytics, and all that stuff. So if you could do that, that'd be great.
For you're looking into and look what you're looking for.
What's up, Sam? How you doing?
So when it comes to what my last video was talking, about was
Do gas stations, pumps, auto stop? No, they don't, and you'll get some splash if you don't pay attention. I'm always looking in and making sure. So that's actually a good because I splashed myself. That'd be a good tip. Like if I do another beginner tip video, that'd be like one of them. Mine doesn't stop. I got a little beard. Got it coming in. It stops for you? Yeah, it doesn't stop for me. I don't know why. I mean, I don't slam it in the whole way too.
when it comes to what my last video was talking
never
about
trust
was,
it.
you know, only take what you need, have dual purposes. So you don't have to take everything. You don't have to get a tent. You can get a hammock.
Okay, so I wanted to import. It wasn't just gonna be me talking on the bikes all this time. So I actually got some B-roll footage in here. So I have back when I went camping. So this was 2015, I believe. Yeah, I always eyeball it. Let's see. Okay, so I don't want that one. So we'll get rid of that one. Nice, Timothy, getting your first bike, man. Stream blurry for anyone else? No, I don't think so. It still says the stream health is really good. I have it plugged in this time. It's not Wi-Fi, so it should be really good. Check the Discord. Okay. What advice do you have to help people with how they can better share the road with motorcycles? Like, are you talking about people in cars or other motorcyclists sharing the road with motorcyclists?
You're looking for. When it comes to what my last video was talking about was, you know, only take what you need, have dual purposes.
Yeah, it's filling in. It's filling in. I still gotta trim the neck a little bit, but I've been cutting it at the neckline. So, but it's getting long. It's getting long. Cars help people better share the road with car or with motorcycles. You gotta treat them like a motorcycle. Give them like a nice, you know, 6 foot by 10 foot space. You know, treat it like it's actual car. And a lot of people don't do that. They just see the space, they feel like they can fill it in. No, just like literally give them space of an actual car. Kind of imagine it, and a lot of people don't do that. I think that's the best way you can do it, especially at intersections. Because I hate it when people pull up right on my ass. And it's like, give me a little bit of space, you know? Just a little bit. Alright, so let's go over here.
What you're looking for. When it comes to what my last
Alright, so I have these videos right here. I wanted to go back to the... No, let's do this one because I have the throwback Thursday ones. This is actually Mount Lemon when I went camping on Mount Lemon. Where, yeah, where's the spot? I gotta start... I didn't even start packing on that one. Okay, so then it must be this one. Nope. Okay, so maybe it's this one. Okay, yeah, it's this one. Nope, it's not that one. Jeez, come on. Alright, we're just gonna have to use this one. This is my older one. This was 2015, I believe. So let's see.
expensive. It can be expensive. It can be
This is where I do like a... Where I do like a quick talk about...
cost too much. You can get a great motorcycle for cheap. You can get a great motorcycle for a lot of money. You can get great camping gear for cheap, and you can get a great camping gear for a lot of money. It all really depends on what you're looking for. A lot of the backpacking type stuff, it's super lightweight, really good gear, and it's expensive. It can be
Heat while
expensive.
wearing gear.
You really
I actually just got I had a video on that just recently. Let's see if I can find it. You basically need to get really decent mesh gear and learn how to stay moving. Here we go. So this is the beginner's guide to summer motorcycle riding because it gets hot. It gets hot. Lurk and play Fallout. Thanks, Boogie. Thanks for the watch time. I appreciate it.
really expensive. You can go to Walmart and get some sleeping bags. You can get tents and all that stuff, and it's a little bit bulkier because it's not meant for backpacking, really. And it's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper, but you get a lot more stuff. So it's all what you're looking into and what you're looking for. When it comes to what my last video was talking about was, you know, only take what you need.
So we'll do this.
Have dual purposes, so you don't have to take everything. You don't have to get a tent. You can get a hammock. You don't have to bring both. I like bringing both, but you don't have to. A hammock is pretty cheap compared to a tent. It's super easy to set up. Limitations there obviously are you're going to need something to tie the hammock to, so like trees and stuff. It's not very good in the desert, so you're going to need some trees. But hammock usually are pretty cheap. The one I have is really comfortable, and it's a backpacking hammock.
So we'll do this.
Trees and stuff. So have is really comfortable, and it's a
So we'll do this.
comfortable, and it's Limitations there obviously are you're going to need something to tie the hammock to, so like trees and stuff. It's not very good in the desert. So you're gonna need some trees, but hammock usually are pretty cheap. The one I have is really comfortable, and it's
Yeah, Joe, I used to always ride with a regular backpack. My other one is in my room right now, but what I have now is a North Face backpack. But I was riding with that's a backpack in the video right there, but yeah, straight up just regular backpack will be fine. What I really like though is the one that has the chest straps, the chest clips, because when you do have like your arm down and you look, sometimes the wind will catch the shoulder strap and it'll try to knock it off. But when you have the chest clip, it keeps it from doing that. So definitely find one with the chest clip on it.
it's a backpacking hammock, so you actually get a rain cover, you get a bug screen and everything, so it's like super comfortable, and it's actually some of the best sleeping I've ever done. Make sure to see what they were doing. And I actually like it better than sleeping inside a tent, because with a tent you're going to need, you know, a sleeping pad and all that stuff. And that kind of goes into what I'm going to talk about.
See, there's a regular backpack right there. I think that one's like a JanSport. That was back in 2015. So that's the one I would always wear.
About next is the sleeping bag. They can be expensive. You can get super quality.
So
Like down feathered, like low temp sleeping bag. It's super expensive. It's mummy. It's like it compresses like in the size of my fist, and it can be super expensive. Or you can get something that's, you know, compresses about this big, and it's compresses about this big, and it's not as expensive. But a good sleeping bag and a good hammock will get you by when it comes to sleeping and stuff. But yeah, camping gear can cost a lot of money, but if you find some deals, especially like REI outlet, I don't know if some of you guys have Summit Hut. You can actually find some good stuff at Walmart's. I've actually found a good sleeping bag for my girlfriend at Walmart. It's about the same size as my bag, and I got a Kelty sleeping bag, and hers is like a Walmart brand, and it's just as good. It's almost as good, but definitely for the price for the performance, I actually like hers a lot. But yeah, you can get a nice sleeping bag for a lot of money, or you can go pretty cheap, find some good deals. Maybe find some secondhand at garage sales, go to Craigslist and all that stuff. Obviously double check, make sure everything is doing good, and go from there. You're gonna need a sleeping pad. Now, I went to REI, and man, the sleeping pads are expensive for what you get. I found a really nice one on Amazon. I'll put a link in the...
where's that? So let's see. I think I used it in my latest one.
Walks. Got the trees up here, and in the bathroom, it's right over there. Let's see if I can zoom in. So you got the bathrooms right there. And this is just one loop that I'm on. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and go up that way, and I'm just gonna kind of hike up. But you know what? I got a drone. I got a drone right here. I'm gonna launch it. I got plenty of sky, and I'm gonna see where that goes before I start hiking. Because what happened is that I must have not brought my shorts. I don't know how I did it. So I'm wearing my pants, but I got my shoes. I'm wearing my moto pants. So I'm gonna be hiking up there, but I'm gonna send the drone because I got plenty of sky. My
description I actually used, and I used it.
So you got the bathrooms right there. And this is just
whatever, Zune, Smooth Q. Recently, and my boy's been using it for all of his Boy Scouts, and it works great. Now, it's kind of weird how you can't sleep on your side because, you know, it puts too much pressure on the sleeping pad type thing, so it doesn't.
I think I messed up right there. Oh, did I really start over right there? See, I forgot when I started the actual video. Oh, that's frustrating. Did I really start it right there?
What is up, everybody? Dan.
Frederick Sunstrom, thanks, man. Just a thank you for the time putting into your videos and the importance of the content. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. That is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you so much. The beard, yeah, it's coming in. It's coming in. So thank you once again. Everyone say thank you for me to him in the chat. Yeah, car drivers share the road with motorcycles. That's a good idea, man. That's a good idea.
What?
See, I mess up so many times. This is what sucks is when I forget when to do it.
What is up?
Look at that. I started right here. So all the stuff I've been editing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this. We're going to move you all over here. Let's get rid of all of you. Crap.
What is up?
That's the crappy thing about editing. Sometimes if you don't pay attention, that happens.
What is up, everybody? Dan.
So where's the Dan? There we go.
Dan the Fireman here. I want to talk to you about five motorcycle camping myths.
Let's do this. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. We'll do that. I think there is. I mean, you're gonna get in plastics then. I think you're gonna get into the plastics.
And I'm gonna try.
Joe, yeah, for boots. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Try to debunk them. I'm gonna give you my opinion on them real quick.
Once again, thank you, Frederick. That really does help me out, man. I appreciate that.
And I'm gonna tell you kind of what I've done to mitigate the cost and some of the situations that I run into when it comes to motorcycle camping. And I just want to bring that to you guys. So if you like this kind of stuff, please click that subscribe button. Right next to it is the notification bell button, and you'll be notified every single time I post a video. So if you like beginner tips and all that stuff, if you like motorcycle gear reviews and camping tips, make sure you do that. But I want to go ahead and talk about this. It's my great Saturday series. I'm going to start camping really soon. And during this whole video, you're going to see my past camping trips popping up here. So just to give you some visual reference of what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and go to myth number one. Good camping gear costs too much. That could be true. That could be very true. And if you go to like REI and you go to a bunch of these outfitter places and you see how much a tent costs, oh my gosh, they cost a lot. You see how much a sleeping bag, a good quality sleeping bag costs? It costs a lot. So what I would do is you really don't want to skip out on a tent if you want to do tent camping. Or if you want to do hammock.
Dan, you look down. Oh, sorry. I'm just like super hyper focused. My bad. I'm okay. I'm good. Emily, be safe. Yeah, sorry. I'm like looking at the screen a lot.
Camping. Now, hammock camping is a really good cost savings thing when it comes to actually getting out and going, because you really just need that and a sleeping bag. Maybe a sleeping pad too. But that's all you need. That's cool. And I'm gonna try to give you like a half smile right here, but I got the helmet on. It's like, hey, that's all you need. But but that's really all you need is a hammock, a really good hammock. Now what I have is,
yeah, it won't look good as on a cruiser, but you know what? It's gonna keep you safe. Hopefully a little bit. Dirt bike gear. I don't know. It's a little bit different than road gear.
Hammock, and it's a tent hammock. It's a camping hammock, backpacking hammock. It's all those things. It actually has a rain fly. It has a zipper so that bugs can't get in. It has like the mesh screen and all that stuff. And it works really. Sleeping pad too. But that's all you need. That's cool. And I'm gonna try to like give you like a half smile right here, but I got the helmet on. It's like, hey, that's all you need. But but that's really all you need is a hammock, a really good hammock. Now what I have is the Hennessy hammock, and it's a tent hammock. It's a camping
Camping's
hammock.
fun. Camping's a lot of fun.
Backpacking hammock. It's all those things, and it actually has a rain fly. And what I have is the Hennessy hammock.
So let's get that out.
And it's a tent hammock. It's a camping hammock, backpacking hammock. It's all those things, and it actually has a rain fly. It has a zipper so that bugs can't get in. It has like the mesh screen and all that stuff, and it works really well. I love it. It's some of the best sleep I've ever had, and all you really need inside that is the sleeping bag and a pad. Now a tent is great too because you're able to put all your stuff in depending on how big it is, how big it is. You can put like all this gear and stuff. You can throw it in there, and you're good to go. So you don't have to have this stuff on the outside your tent exposed in the weather. But I really like the fact that with the hammock,
Jeff, I used to play
you get
slug bug,
everything that you need. Good
but I like the
quality
motorcycle
sleep,
idea better.
and all you need is a sleeping pad, or a sleeping pad and sleeping bag. Now the sleeping bag that I have is a really nice Kelty down sleeping bag. It was kind of expensive. It was over $100 something. I think it was over $150 when I first bought it. But I went to Walmart
There's
and
a lot
actually
of wind.
bought my girlfriend a nice sleeping bag. It's a mummy bag, everything. And it actually does really well. It does really well. It's the same form factor as mine, but it is like super cheap compared to mine. So you can always go to Walmart and get the appropriate.
I wonder what the issue
sleeping
is
bag
because before I went to film this, I accidentally slammed my mic into the car door, and I've never had this issue with wind noise. So I wonder if it messed up some of the mic. Kurt, what I have is the chromatic shield. It's the silver. It's not smoke. It's the silver one, and it works great. I like it a lot. See how it's reflective? I like it a lot. I have the clear shield, but the smoked one, I mean, I've always liked smoked, but to be honest, you can't go wrong with silver because I like the reflective. The reflective is pretty awesome. And it works great. It just costs a little bit more. I think it might be polarized.
Where you're going to stay, there's different degrees, and I might be doing a video on what the different degrees on sleeping bags really mean.
Because there's a lot of like engine noise. I've never noticed that. There's nothing I can double check it against too.
Basically what it means is that when you get like a 40-degree sleeping bag, that means you will sleep comfortably in a 40-degree sleeping bag. Doesn't mean you're going to be super comfortable at 30, but you'll survive.
Yeah, Chris, I can't wait to go back out there.
At 40 degrees. So I'll
your
jump
first
into
one will
that
be a
some
lot
other
of
time.
fun.
And then sleeping pads. Let's go ahead and turn right because we still got a lot to talk about. Sleeping pads can be very expensive depending on what you want to get. You can get like a really cheap foam one. It looks like a yoga mat. They're like $20, but they're really big. And if we're doing motorcycle camping,
All right, man. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the super chat.
Actually, I did that
You have a
twice,
great night, Frederick.
and it worked out, but it wasn't the best. It didn't give me the best protection, and really all a sleeping pad's supposed to do is put a layer of air between the ground and you, so if it's super cold, it won't suck the heat from your body out.
Gaming streams?
Plus, it's
I
comfortable.
might.
Plus, it's
I
more
might.
comfortable.
I
Like
play
almost an
every
air
once in a
mattress.
while.
But they can be really expensive
But
depending how
it's-
thick you want to get them, how firm.
Seems like everybody's going to
and how
gaming,
compact
especially
they can go.
Fortnite.
So
I
went
just
to
play to
Amazon,
have
actually
fun.
found one. It blows up within like 15 breaths, which is really neat and awesome. And it works fine. It works perfectly fine, and it's like
There's a lot of wind noise in the mic. I never have that problem. noise. It might not be that I smashed it. It started coming out. Yeah, so this is the mic right here. Hey Brian, no problem, man. Glad to have you here. You're not late. You ain't late to the party. Yeah, I smashed it right here. I don't think it matters. Got my sticker. Got my sticker on here. Alright, let's put you back. Alright. Yeah, gaming can be fun, but I only do it when I don't have anything else to do. Cause I'm like writing a bunch of different guides. I have a passenger guide coming up. Let's see, do I have it out? Do I have it? Let's see. So I have a passenger guide that I'm coming out with. This is like the rough draft of all the rough drafts. So I mean, I got a bunch of stuff coming out. So motorcycle passenger riding guide. So I'm excited to get that going. I got a bunch of stuff I'm doing. Let's see if I can work with a few people.
Fifth of the cost of other
Hey, nice to have you in here, Andrew.
sleeping pads. So there's good deals out there that you can find, and you don't really have to go out with much. You can just straight up get a tarp.
That's a lot of wind noise. Let's see if the vocal enhancer will work. I already have it in there.
And a blanket. And I will post a link in the description in a video of Adam Sandoval. He actually did just like a tarp and a blanket, and I actually looked that up before I started camping because I wanted to try that out. It's a great tip. I'll put the link in the description. I've never done it. He's done it.
It just doesn't sound very good. Let's see. Adam Sandoval. Adam Sandoval camping. Let's see. Travel on a budget. I'll just link to his. Is that his video? Is this video? Yeah, it is. So basically making a lean-to. I'll just get his thumbnail and put it in here, and I'll put a link to his actual. Yeah, so much white noise. It's. I think the mic's messed up. Crap. It's not like I can redo it.
It works fine. It works perfectly fine and is like a fifth of the cost of other sleeping pads. So there's good deals out there that you can find, and you don't really have to go out with much. You can just straight up get a tarp.
I think it's the mic. Right before I went for a ride, I went to move my car, and I had my helmet on and everything. My mic was sticking out the end of it, and I closed the door, and it closed on my mic. And I've never had this issue. I don't change the settings on the recording device. I don't do anything, so I think I might have pinched something off inside the Sony mic, which sucks. I mean, I got a few more, but that just means I gotta see. I got another one right here. I got two of them. I got two extras. And then my buddy Matt has another one of mine. So I mean, I got like 4 of these things. So I just gotta change this out. That sucks. The thing is, I don't want it to ruin the video. So I'm either gonna mess with the audio sampling, or it's just gonna come out that way.
And a blanket. And I will.
But there's like no way of. See, this is the problem I was having when I first did it. So let's just put a bunch of vocal enhancers on here. Let's make it female.
Fine. And you don't really
That's what happens when you mess with it too much.
have to go out with much. You can just straight up get a tarp. And,
Let's see. Let's see the difference. Let's see the difference right here. So this is without the audio enhancements.
Which is really neat and awesome. And it works fine. It works perfectly fine and is like a fifth of the cost of other sleeping pads. So there's good deals out there that
It just makes the engine sound like crap. You know what I mean?
you can find, and you don't really have to go out with much. You can just straight up get a tarp and a blanket.
Versus. Come on, hit. Come on, play.
Sleeping bag for where you're going to stay. There's different degrees, and I might be doing a video on what different degrees on sleeping bags really
So you can
mean.
hear the engine,
But
you can hear the
basically what it
wind.
means is that when you
can hear my voice,
get like a
but then
40
we
degree
switch from
sleeping
this
bag, that means you will sleep comfortably in a 40 degree.
Versus this.
A video of Adam Sandoval. He actually did just like a tarp and a blanket, and I actually looked that up before I started camping because I wanted to try that out. It's a great tip. I'll put the link in the description. I've never done it. He's done it
So this
many
option
times,
right here, Brian,
so I'll give him the credit for that one.
the one that's playing right now.
Plus,
Because if that's the case, I'll just go ahead and copy. And we'll do this. Let's do move effects. Paste attributes. Boom.
you can always go to Walmart and
Seems a little muffled, but
get the appropriate sleeping bag for where you're going to stay. There's different degrees, and I might be doing a video on what different degrees on sleeping bags really mean. But basically what it means is that when you get like a 40 degree sleeping bag, that means you will sleep comfortably in a 40 degree sleeping bag. Doesn't mean you're going to be super comfortable at 30, but you'll survive. You'll sleep comfortably at 40 degrees. So and is like,
ooh, why is that different? That is a huge difference.
a fifth of the cost of other sleeping pads. So there's good deals out there. Different degrees sleeping bag.
Yeah, it's the mic.
If I've ever had, and all
That's what happened to me before when I pinched the mic. It'll change audio levels.
depending how thick you want to get them, how firm, neat and awesome, and it works fine. It works perfectly fine and is.
I don't know why it jumped in volume right there. It's the Sony ECM CS3. Oh, 15 degrees higher than it's rated. Oh, I must have messed that one up. That's good to know. I'll probably cut that out then.
And it works fine. It works perfectly fine and is like a fifth of the cost of other sleeping pads. So there's good deals out there that you can find, and you don't really have to go out with much. You can just straight up get a tarp and a blanket. And I will post a link in the description in a video of Adam Sandoval. He actually did. And it works fine. It works perfectly fine and is like a fifth of the cost of other sleeping pads. So there's good deals out there that you can find, and you don't really have to go out with much. You can just straight up get a tarp and a blanket. And I will post a link in the description in a video of Adam Sandoval.
Thanks, Brian.
He actually did just like a tarp and a blanket, and I actually looked that up before I started camping because I wanted to try that out. It's a great tip. I'll put the link in the description. I've never done it. He's done it many times, so I'll give him the credit for that one.
Yeah, I think the mic is. Thoughts on the Torque T1 helmet? Sorry, I missed that. I saw you post that earlier. My bad. Let's see. Torque T1. Oh, that's the Bell bullet, right? Oh wait, no, it's not. Dude, that looks like a Bell bullet. Let's see. If it's ECE certified, then why not? Holy crap, that looks like a Bell bullet. That looks pretty badass. Yeah, keeping the stash. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the stash here, and then just grow out the. Yeah, I like the ISO bars one. Let's see. Why can't it? Why won't it let me look at the helmets? I'm on their website, but I want to see if they're like. I want to see if they're ECE certified. Oh yeah, yeah. Certified DOT and ECE 2205. Wow. Dude, they look pretty good. They look really nice. I wonder how it fits. And if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, let's see. I'm over here. So the Torque T100 helmet. See, I like this one. I like this one. That looks a lot like a Bell bullet. It looks a lot like a Bell bullet. It's probably comfier. You can see the slight design curves. I like how they got that. I wonder if this is quick release. You got the two vents on the sides instead of just the one on the front. So you got the vent right here. These won't really do much though if it's anything like the Bell bullet. So I wonder how this is quick to detach. The Bell bullet has a magnetic clasp. So I wonder how this clasp shuts. Oh, it looks good. I like it. Copper. You can never go wrong with copper. Let's look at copper. Come on. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, slight. You can see slight curvature, so they probably made it just a little bit enough to not be considered a Bell bullet, because it looks good. I wonder how the lining fits. I mean, this looks exactly like a Bell bullet on the inside. I wonder how it fits though. I wonder if it's intermediate oval. How often do I ride? Nice, Joe. Send me a pic, man. Send me a pic. That'd be kind of cool. I want to see that. How often do I ride? I ride every once in a while. I usually try to batch produce a lot of my footage, but today I went riding. That's what I did today. First face helmet, the built Techno 2.0, and the Kiddo. Can you get kids? I want to see what a kid's helmet looks like. So, built Techno 2.0. Those look pretty cool. They got Bluetooth integrated. Oh, they're modular too. I think that'll be fine. It has a huge head. What do you guys think of the FP3 from the first mod purchase? I'm also considering intake first, but I believe it would cause the engine to run lean. It would. Does the FP3 improve upon the stock fuel? Yes, it does. It does. Fuel usage? I was thinking something else. One second. It will make it run the way it's supposed to run. So if it's running lean, you're obviously going to be using more fuel to make it run right. So it might drop your fuel range and efficiency, but it's going to make your engine run the way it's supposed to run, and you're going to get more power out of it. If it's running too rich, and the fuel pack improves it by making it run regular, then it means it's running leaner than it is at the time. So you might get a better fuel. Yeah, you're gonna get better. Like, my bike is so much more powerful. I would get the FP3. Hey, Connor with the $2. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. The super chat once again, Connor with the super chat. But yeah, the fuel pack, I would get that first. Then I would get an exhaust, and then I would get an air intake in that order. That's how I would do it. Yeah, that's how I would do it. Cause my buddy, he got an exhaust and air intake, and his bike was like super lean. Like, I could just hear it. It was gross. And then I was able to get the air intake after the fact, and it makes a huge difference. Get yourself a sandwich. Yeah, I had lunch before the live stream because I knew I was gonna be live streaming during.
Plus, if you really think about it, if you go camping, motorcycle. Plus, if you really think about it.
Yeah, I almost feel like I have to do like a, hey guys, I'm sorry. Andrew with the super chat, thank you, appreciate it. Everyone give Connor and Andrew a thumbs up. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How do you spell screwy? Screwy. Alright. So we're gonna do this. It's like I feel like I have to let you guys know. Like if you're my viewers, it's like I gotta let you know. So we'll put that at the beginning. Fiero, you heard about the other helmet, like cheap construction and whatnot? 15-day-old kittens. Are they still blind? I don't know if you left already, but are they still blind? Because those are that's when they're cool and they like really need somebody to take care of them.
I'm gonna give you my opinion on them real quick, and I'm gonna tell you kind of.
There we go. We'll do that. We'll do. It is now fixed.
What I've done to mitigate the cost and some of the situations that I run into when it comes to motorcycle camping. And
Okay. The reason why it says analyzing in background is because it's doing the warp stabilizer. It's going to make it so it doesn't bounce so much. Maybe an odd question, but I noticed when you let go of the bars, your bike coasts forever. Do you have a throttle lock, or do the bigger bikes just coast longer? No, when I let go, it seems like it coasts forever. I think that's just because of the camera, because it's such a wide angle. I do lose speed. I just there's no one behind me, so I'm not too worried when I let go of the throttle. I don't have a throttle lock. I want one for when I do long distance, but I don't, and it just coasts. It just coasts. And I do lose speed, but then I speed back up. Scorpion's good helmets. Scorpion has good helmets. That's not an odd question, too, Chris. That's not an odd question.
I've never done times, so I'll give him the credit for that one. Plus, if you really think about it, if you go camping, motorcycle camping, and you're traveling, let's say you're going like 2-3 days,
Oh,
you know.
that might be it then, Chris. Yeah, mine's 1200. Maybe it's the gear, cause like you can engine brake. So if you're like if you let go of the throttle, and you can engine brake pretty easily by messing up the gears or switching the gears. So that might be an issue. Cause I'm cruising probably in 5th gear at that speed. Britain's blue. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, so the lower CCs might drop just because, like, let's say you're going 60 miles an hour on a 250. Let's just say you got to 60, and you let go of the handlebars or the throttle. Yeah, you're definitely gonna slow down. For me, it doesn't slow down as fast because I'm not engine braking. So I got like a lot of burps. I had a lot of food before this. I bet you someone else could come up with a better explanation for that. But I mean, my 5th gear versus yours, if you have a 5th gear, is a lot different. That's a good question for John Maxwell. That's a good question for John Maxwell.
Across the state or whatever. 2-3 days, across the state or whatever, and you're just having fun. If you go out and you get hotel rooms for every single night, that's like at least $100 per night. At least $100 per night. That's $300 that you're gonna be spending on just hotels. Now you could spend $300 on good camping equipment, really good quality camping equipment, and maybe spend $20 at the campsite to actually have the campsite.
See,
so you really do.
It's like it changed.
Equipment, maybe spend $20 at the campsite to actually have the campsite. So you really do. It's an investment. You really are spending the same amount just on hotels. And I understand that you get a bathroom, all that stuff, and electricity, but guess what? We're gonna be talking about that. So the next myth is not enough room to.
It's like robotic.
But guess what? We're gonna be talking about that.
It's like really robotic right here.
So the next.
Right there.
So the next myth is not enough room to pack your gear. So the next myth is not enough room to pack your gear. Now before I had.
Yeah, that's the mic. Before I mess around with it, I'm gonna get rid of it. That sucks. That happened to me on my very first Saturday scrambler that I made. The exact same thing happened. I accidentally pinched it, and it kept jumping audio levels. So let's go ahead. Let's get it out of this thing so I can reuse it. So this is no good. That sucks. That just means I have to get another mic, because I have two mics here for when we do my live streams with Nikki. Because we're gonna set something up a little bit differently. Or not for the live streams, for the videos we do together. Come on. So that's what we're doing now. I don't want to like forget about this mic. There we go. So I got my dead cat, and then the bad mic right here. We'll take one of these that I just got all tangled up. And I gotta pop this thing off, because this is the clip. So I gotta pop the clip off, but I could do that later. So this is the good mic. We'll do that. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Connor, for the super chats. I appreciate it.
Saddlebags, and before I had the sissy bar, I had.
So I'm talking about saddlebags, so let's do saddle. Dang it. Let's drag you over to here.
Myth is not enough room to pack. So the next myth is not enough room to pack your gear. Now before I had saddle.
There we go. Saddlebags. Burley brand saddlebags.
With that,
bags, and before I had the sissy bar, I had a cafe Sportster. That's all I had. I didn't have anything, so I lashed everything onto my.
So I lashed everything.
So I need to go ahead and get this on the bike. Never used a sissy bar before. There you go, all done. Nah, I'm just kidding, I gotta tie it all down. Now, the main thing I'm trying to avoid is getting anything wrapped up in
Kelly?
the tire while I'm riding. Now the main problem I'm gonna have is that huge ass drone.
That's not when I was okay. This is when I was riding.
Alright,
So we'll do this.
Bike, I just wore a backpack, a tape bag. I did everything I possibly could to get as much gear on here as possible, and what I started finding out is that I was packing too much.
Okay, so then I was packing too much. Let's see. So we'll do this.
So it's basically needs versus wants. So do you really need to have a 6-pack of beer? Do you really need to have that much food? Do you really need that much water? If you do a little bit of planning beforehand, and you see, and you know if there's like a site.
The FP3, yeah, man, check it out. See if you can. It's a great thing. I love it.
Up there that has that stuff, you might like spend the premium of like a convenience.
The back end. That's not good.
And you know, pay like an extra $1 for a bottle of water, but is it worth it? I think it's worth it sometimes. Also, dual purpose. I kind of mentioned this in one of my last videos. For camping, is the dual purpose is getting some wool socks, and you get the.
My ass is right there.
You're able to put them on your hands for gloves. So don't have like, you don't have to pack 2 things. You could pack just 1 pair of wool
See
socks
Andrew, see
for
in the
gloves
Discord,
and
man.
for your feet, instead of packing, you know, gloves and multiple socks. So you could do stuff like that, or have special clothing. I like to have the Under Armour cold.
So let's see. Nope, I don't need to do that. Let's get out of that. Let's go back to my B-roll, because which one was it? It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Let's see. Not that one.
Here, so for my pajamas, if it's really cold riding up there, I'll wear that on the way up there, and then I'll wear it to go to sleep. So it's really good to have 2 different pairs. So if you don't have to worry about having, like, you know, nighttime clothes and riding clothes and hiking clothes. You can kind of mix and match, but definitely, you know, you want to wear good clean clothes when you go to sleep, because you're gonna be sleeping in your sleeping bag. Also, another option. Also, another option. In your sleeping bag. Also, another option is actually just go get some saddlebags. I got the Burley brand saddlebags over here, and they're awesome. They fit just enough to where I don't have to worry too much. Clothes when you go to sleep, because you're gonna be sleeping in your sleeping bag. Also, another option is actually just go get some saddlebags. I got the Burley brand saddlebags over here, and they're awesome. They fit just enough to where I don't have to worry too much about lashing things to my bike. All right, so the next one is no real bathrooms. So this is myth number 3, no real bathrooms. Now, a lot of campsites actually do have bathrooms. One is no real bathrooms. So this is myth number 3, no real bathrooms. Now, a lot of campsites actually do have bathrooms. Not a lot of them are the running water type. They're more like the porta potty with like the brick walls and everything, and it works out really well. And to be quite honest, it's a lot better than shitting in the woods. It's better than taking a dump right here over a log, you know what I mean? So there actually is stuff out there. They have toilet paper, and sometimes they even have electrical outlets in there. So if you have to charge your phone real quick while you're taking a dump, there you go, boom, boom. So also double check and make sure when you go to the campsite, or when you're going to make a reservation at the campsite, if they have bathrooms, because that is honestly a lifesaver. We're not here going backpacking out on top of the mountain, camping on top of the mountain. We're motorcycle camping. So wherever your motorcycle can go, which is usually probably a campsite, you really want to have a bathroom. it's honestly that much better. And if you're a girl, now here's the thing: if there is no bathrooms, let's say you go to the campsite and there's no bathrooms, you know, you got to piss and poop and all that stuff. Well, if you're a girl, you can actually get this thing called the Go Girl. Now,
I forgot I said this. Oh man.
I'm only bringing this up, and there's gonna be a picture up here. I'm only bringing this up because my girl. A picture up here. I'm only bringing this up because.
They work. They work. Just saying. I'm trying to find pictures, and pictures online are a little bit too much.
My girlfriend got one. And
So we'll do this. Gosh, the audio sounds so bad though. Alright, this is going to be the last video that has this terrible audio. We're fixing that.
the Go Girl. Now, I'm only bringing this up, and there's gonna be a picture up.
So thanks for the super chats, because that's paying for the new mic. Damn, that sucks.
Here. I'm only bringing this up because my girlfriend got one and she swears by it. It actually works, and it makes things so much easier. You don't have to like squat in the cold at night and worry about, you know, I mean, you could probably hold, I don't know what we're talking about here. You could probably hold your number 2 for when you like go to the gas station, but man, if you
Starting to get a little laggy because I'm doing all these warp stabilizers.
you have to pee, it's so much better not to have to worry about squatting. So
Oh yeah, I see that. So it's because I'm streaming. It's very CPU intensive, and I am doing warp stabilizers. So let's get out of that. So that's almost done. That warp stabilizer is almost done. That's the problem. See, when people stream their gameplay footage, they usually, I'll let these two run because they're almost done. They usually have a second computer doing the streaming. That way they have a second CPU. Yeah, but this is motorcycle camping, so you have that little tiny thing, you know, the Go Girl. You could pack that in. So yeah, sorry the stream is, it's acting up. It's not the internet. I think it's the problem is because I am running a lot. So that stabilization's almost done. So let's just get rid of this one. We'll do that later. So it should be getting a little bit better. Should be getting better pretty soon. Alright.
for when you like go to the gas station, but man, if you have to pee, it's so much better not to have to worry about squatting. So let's go turn right. Let's not turn left. So I recommend getting one of those. I think that would be really
Yeah,
good.
you can.
She swears by it, and it's really neat. It makes it so much easier. Anyways, let's get on to the next thing. Makes it so much easier. Anyways, let's get on to the next thing. Alright, so no electricity. That's a big one, especially for me. Alright, so no electricity. That's a big one, especially for me because I have to charge up my GoPro, I have to charge up my I have to charge up my phone because I do take a lot of pictures. I do vlog every time I go camping and all that stuff. Also, it's really neat to have just electricity just in case. And I know some of you, this is what I actually looked up. I thought electricity was never going to be an issue. But some of you have to sleep with like a sleep apnea bag, like a sleep apnea rebreather or breather. I'm getting it so wrong. I know it's like CPAP, but I don't know if it's CPAP or positive pressure. Anyways, continuous positive pressure, something like that. Anyways, you're going to need that, and you need like 110 volts, so you need like a wall outlet. Now that could be an issue at a lot of campsites, but guess what? You're at some campsites, especially the ones that have RV hookups, they actually have a 110 volt wall outlet hooked into that RV hookup.
DDFM blog. I started writing, but now I'm just doing guides. So I'm doing the vlogs themselves. Man, the video output is still low. One second. Someone's at the door. Let me double check. Hopefully it's not a murder. If it is, then you guys got it on video. I'm back. How did the chair do? Is the chair doing the editing? When am I coming to Vegas? I don't know. It's a longer drive now. So I think it's like 7-8 hours for me now. So we'll see. Man, I don't know why the video output is so bad. We're gonna reboot it. We're gonna be rebooted. Let's see if did that work. We'll see if that worked. If it didn't work, we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going if it didn't work.
I have a 110 volt wall outlet hooked into that RV hookup. So if you have an extension cord, you can run an extension cord from that all the way into your tent, into your hammock, whatever machine that you're able to set up, and you can actually, there you go, you can have that. Plus, on top of that, you could plug in phones and stuff. You could plug in your charger. I'm gonna turn around. I think I'm going the wrong way. You could plug in your charger. You could plug in phones and stuff. You could plug in your charger. I'm gonna turn around. I think I'm going the wrong way. You can plug in your charger. You can plug in all that stuff.
So we'll do a
charge everything.
So
there is electricity at some of these campsites. So if you have to spend like an extra $10 for the RV.
Yeah, I rebooted
the backpacking
stream.
Campsite. It might be worth it, especially if you want to.
Honestly, I think it starts doing that after an hour.
That you're still saving money versus going to a hotel room. So electricity sometimes, you might have that. So double check when you go to the campsite. Another thing you could do is get a battery pack. You can get like a phone charger battery pack. I actually have one. I got mine on Amazon. It's really good. It's really small, and that's what I've been using for a lot of my videos when I have my tank bag and you see like this white cord going into my phone. That's what I have charging my phone while I'm doing it, because I have to have my phone on, and especially on long distance stuff, I want my phone to be charged. But another thing you can do with your phone is hook it up to your battery while you're riding. I haven't personally done that, so I'm not going to comment on that. But it would be really cool if you guys can comment below if you've done something like that to where you can charge your phone through the battery while you're riding. I've never done that. Like I said, I can't comment. But a battery pack is really nice, especially if you're getting to the campsite. You can plug in your phone, charge it up. You can leave it inside your tent. You don't have to worry about a big old extension cord. But yeah, if you need to have like a sleep apnea machine, or you need to have some type of machine, or you need something that you cannot live without, or just in case you need electricity, it's like just in case I need it, I need to have it. Some places do have RV hookups where they have the 110 volt wall outlet. So double check into that.
What's up, Mati? Thank you. I got the beard coming in too.
Now
Oh, that's where I messed up.
Double check into that. Now the last one is there's no room for a tent on the bike, and this. Now the Now the last one is there's no room for a tent on the bike, and this is kind of what I started talking about at the very beginning, is that yes, there is room on your bike for a tent. If I could do it on my Cafe Sportster, I can have a tent and a hammock on my Cafe Sportster with a bunch of gear. It's a 3-person tent. It's not a 1 or a 2-person. I got a 3-person backpacking tent. If I could do it, you could do it. Now, there's ways to get around it. Now, if you go to the Walmart, if you go to Walmart or Kmart or whatever it is, Costco, Costco, then you get one of those giant ass family tents for 8 people, yeah, you're gonna have trouble finding room on your bike for that. But you know what? If you get a backpacking tent, now these are very good quality tents. If you take care of them, they last forever. Very good tents. They cost a little bit, but like I said, you can find them on REI outlet. You can find them, you know, on special deals, especially ones that are like, you know, outdated, like a 2016 model. They still gotta sell them, but they'll sell them for a lot cheaper. They're still good. It's just that, you know, they made a new design, new color for it. So, but just, I would look for deals on that. Get a nice quality backpacking tent. And if you're gonna be by yourself, a 1 to 2 person tent is perfect. A 2-person tent will give you enough room to put some of your gear in there, and you're good to go on that. And to attach it to your bike, be creative. Attach it bungee cords. Make sure you know that's nice and safe, so it doesn't like fall off to the side. Attach it to your backpack, and then attach your backpack to your bike. You can find ways to do it. If I could find ways to do it on a little Sportster when it was cafe'd out and there's no room, you could do it.
I'm taking a look at the 5 best beginner cruiser motorcycles of 2018 analytics, and it is blowing up right now. This is exciting. It is. It doesn't sound. It doesn't look like I am excited, but I am. It's my best video so far to date is the 5 common mistakes beginner motorcycle riders make, and it's been consistent. It's been consistently good, and this one is, at this rate, is doing better than that one. So this is awesome. I need to make. There's like a few videos that I make that are like, wow, they're the ones that are making the channel grow, and this last Monday. That's a good one, so I'm pretty excited for that. So we'll see where that takes me, because I definitely want to hit 50,000 subscribers before my birthday, July 14th. That'd be awesome.
Especially if I'm by myself. I had enough gear to take another person with me, and it was all just on this bike. So you could definitely do that. So use bungee cords, or have like a mesh netting that you can get for like ATVs or motorcycles, so you can attach your helmet. They have all these on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description on that, because I actually have one and it actually works really well. Another thing, like I said at the beginning, is that you could just use a hammock. Just use a hammock. Really good hammocks out there. I really like the Hennessy hammock, but I've seen some really cheap ones out there that if you want to get away with 20 bucks, you could just have a standard hammock. It's not a backpacking hammock, so if it rains, you're kind of screwed, but you can always do that, and they fold up really small compared to a tent. Really small compared to a tent. And they fold up really small compared to a tent. Really small compared to a tent.
Am I like peeling out?
To a tent. Really small compared to a tent.
That's like the 3rd video where I'm editing. I hear it.
Really small compared to a tent. Really small compared to a tent. Really small compared to a tent.
Naked bikes? I don't know too much about naked bikes, to be honest. The Street Triple is powerful. A lot of the KTM type stuff is powerful and expensive, so that might be out for a beginner. Are you looking just for like sport naked? I'm sure that's the only thing there is, but like cruisers, man. Are you thinking about cruisers too? Why do you want a naked bike instead of a one with fairings? Every type. Around town, Rebel 500. Well, I don't know like too much about like your size, how big you are, but like I just talked about with the 5 best beginner cruiser motorcycles of 2018. That one I broke down in price, and they're all pretty cheap relative to a Harley, and they're pretty good. The Harley Street 750 is good, 500 is good, Rebel 500 is good, Indian Scout 60 is good, the Honda Shadow Air Phantom is good. What was the other ones on that list? I don't want to say Triumph Bobber because that one's like 14 grand. But it's very nice looking. The Kawasaki 900 or the 650 is really good. Around town, the 900 might be too much around town just because it's a bigger bike and has a huge 5-gallon tanks. But still, that's not a bad deal. So maybe the 650, the Honda 650, Kawasaki Vulcan. Oh, not Honda. I'm all Kawasaki Vulcan 650. That one might be good. Yeah, see, Rack likes his in town too. So I mean, it all depends on how you are as a rider. If you're like small, that might be too much. If you're a bigger person, it all really depends on your size, and it just means that you don't have to fill up as much. It's 5.3 gallons.
Really small compared to a tent. Really small compared to a tent. Alright guys, those are 5 myths that I really wanted to talk to you about. Alright guys, those are 5 myths that I really wanted to talk to you about, but guess what? Alright guys.
That's where I messed up right there. A bunch of times.
Alright guys, so that's myth number 6.
6'1", 200 pounds. Oh, so like what are you limited to? The CCs?
That's what I want to talk to you about. It's really cool backpack. Alright guys, that is myth number 6, and I really...
Myth
Alright
number
guys,
5.
those are all the myths that I have right now, but if you have like a question, that's basically what these were. If you have a question about motorcycle camping that I might not have answered, or you have like a really myth number 6, and I really... Alright guys, those are all the myths that I have right now, but if... Alright guys, those are all the myths that I have right now, but if you... Alright guys, those are all the myths that I have right now, but if you have like a question, that's basically what these were. If you have a question
that would probably
about
work.
motorcycle camping that I might not have answered or given you, please write it in the comments, because I want to be able to answer these questions, and to be honest, there's probably a lot of people out there that know way more. No, there is people out there that know way more than I do when it comes to motorcycle camping. And if you guys are watching this, please help me answer those questions, and we'll get some really cool camping footage real soon.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be going up Mount Lemmon and camping up there overnight, and kind of putting all these things into practice so you can see what I'm doing, and not just talking about it while riding on roads like this. You know what I mean? And it'd be really cool to have a nice meetup to where we all go camping up there and we all just hang out. But I'll be seeing you guys next weekend at Indy Motorcycle Tucson. I'll be there for the little barbecue cookout, and I can't wait. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys later.
See, I just hate when the audio sounds like crap, you know? So let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. We are going to do motion. It's a new end card we got.
Nice meetup to where we all go camping.
So we're gonna do cross dissolve.
While riding on roads like this. You know what I mean? And it'd be really cool to have a nice meetup to where we all go camping up there and we all just hang out. But I'll be seeing you guys
Scout
next
Bobber's
weekend
nice, dude.
at Indy Motorcycle Tucson.
Scout
I'll be
Bobber's
there
really
for a little
nice.
barbecue cookout, and I can't wait. With that,
I think it's a little bit smaller than your 900 though, so be aware of that. Make sure you sit on it and actually take it for a ride first, because it fits me perfectly, and I'm not 6'1", 200. You might like probably the Indian Chieftain or something, but yeah, this bobber, it's great. It's great. Got a bum left hand, bought a Honda CTX 700 DC Autotrans. Any thoughts about the new crop of CVT and DCT bikes? It is not a scooter. I don't know, man. Oh, you liked your test ride? Okay, cool, cool. I don't know. I would really love to try an auto transmission bike and do a review on that. I agree. I mean, if there's nothing wrong with that, it's probably more comfortable too. That's one thing I thought about, is that if you have like a bum left hand or left like foot, excuse me, riding a motorcycle, and I don't want to say bum left hand, you injured it or something, and it's just not, it's not usable. That'd be a great way for people to keep riding, you know, because you don't have to shift, right? Steve, you don't have to shift with your left foot because there's no shifter. So like, what do you have to do? You just literally, it's auto. It's just like a car where you hit the gas, the pedal. So when you pull the throttle, it just automatically switches gears and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Maybe put like a fake clutch lever on there.
I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys later.
No clutch, no shifting. See, that's awesome. I think that's cool. I don't know what the difference between a CVT and DCT is though. You say DCT, auto trans. I'll have to look that up. I have to look that up. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, a smaller bike in town is probably better, to be honest. That's why you see scooter. That's why you don't see big bikes like in China and stuff. And it's not just because, or India, it's because of the lower income and stuff. But I mean, you can't have like this massive bike. All right, double checking my phone. You just can't have this massive bike weaving in and out of traffic and manual transmission. I remember somebody saying, you know, for like motorcycle tours in Thailand or something like that. I forgot, it was a motor vlogger. He was saying that scooters are the best. Do not get a bike that you have to constantly shift because you're going to be going crazy in town because of all the traffic. Make me sad. Hello, Dan. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Talk about this Saturday series. I'm gonna start camping really soon, and during this whole, that's what we're gonna be talking about that. So the next myth is not enough room.
All right, so now we can put in titles.
So that bugs can't get in, has like the mesh screen and all that stuff.
So we got picture. So we got the first myth, right? Good camping gear. Okay.
All that stuff and electricity, but guess what? We're gonna be talking about that. So the next myth is not enough room to pack your gear.
Not enough room to pack your gear. So we're gonna do this.
Gear. Now, before I had saddlebags and before I had the sissy bar, I had a Cafe Sportster. That's all I had. I didn't have anything, so I lashed everything onto my bike. I just wore a backpack, a tape bag. All right, so the next one is no.
Okay, so duplicate. No real bathrooms. No real bathrooms.
Real bathrooms. So this is myth number 3, no real bathrooms. Now, a lot of campsites actually do have bathrooms. Not a lot of them are the running water type. They're no electricity.
So number 4 is no electricity. No electricity.
That's a big one, especially for me because I have to charge up my GoPro, I have to charge up my I have to charge up my phone because I do take a lot of pictures. So, double check into that. Now the last one is there's no room for a tent on the bike, and this is kind of what I started talking about at the very beginning, is that yes, there is room on your bike for a tent. If I could do it on my Cafe Sportster, I can have a tent and a hammock on my Cafe Sportster with a bunch of gear.
Boom.
It's a 3-person tent. It's not a 1 or 2-person.
All right, so I got all the titles. So now we can do Q&A and stuff. Thank you, by the way, your post about driving your big trucks really actually saved my life. Dude, really? Seriously? That's awesome. I'm glad I was able to help you out. Small auxiliary USB battery pack. What happened, though? Like, what happened? I guess your town would affect it a lot. I don't live in a huge city. The speed limit here is 60 kilometers max in town. Standard speed limit is 25. Yeah, mine is like 35, 45. Sometimes more. Small auxiliary USB battery pack. Yeah, I have one of those too. It's in my room. It's awesome. I love it. It does really well. So I guess in the meantime, I could do maybe 1 or 2 warp stabilizers. Let that run. So I need to have it run on. Nope, that one's good. That one's good. So that's the next one. Two highways running through my town where it's 35 and jumps to 55 out of. Yeah, it's kind of like that's kind of like our whole town. The only time it's 25 is inside neighborhoods. Oh yeah. I think it's nap time. Well, guys, I have a video coming up at 2 o'clock, so it's an hour and a half. And I'm going to play some video games with the kiddos and stuff like that. So this video is actually coming up tomorrow. So you got to get a sneak peek at it. But if you want to see more stuff behind the scenes, check out the Discord. The link's in the description. Join the Discord. I do giveaways every week this month. And as an A2 license would be good for city. And oh, the bobber will be great for city and a long route. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I would get the bobber. That's awesome, dude. I'd get the bobber. It looks cool too. Or the Scout 60. That's also another good bike too. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out and let the kids play and not take up all their bandwidth so they can play internet video games and stuff. Get something to eat. And like I said, another video in an hour and a half. And thank you for joining me on this one. I appreciate the super chats, Andrew, Connor, and Frederick. Are you up there? Yeah, it's Frederick. Yeah. Thank you, Connor, Andrew, and Frederick for the super chats. I appreciate it. I'll be using that money to buy myself a new mic. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head out, and I'll see you guys real soon, today and tomorrow. This video is coming out tomorrow, okay? All right. Hey, Alex, yeah, join the Discord, guys. Join the Discord, and I'll see you guys.